Okay, so in addition to looking at the images that we are seeing and the arguments that they are making, let's look at some other things that might be going on. So I'm going to let the video play here for a few minutes and listen to the music that they have chosen as the soundtrack to underscore the pieces of information that you're getting in this next segment of the video.
You will notice many changes around campus as we work to make your safety a reality. To start, access is limited to main doors on campus. That includes the main entrance to Vermilion Hall, Lincoln's Hall entrance near the Quad and Student Union, the north entrance to the Tech Center. At Clock Tower, enter through the north doors. At Mary Miller, you can enter through the east and west doors. And the main door to Bremer will be open. Please note that Cannon Hall and Prairie Hall entrances will be locked. You must have a face covering and pass through a health checkpoint to enter. If you do not have a face covering, the checkpoint workers will provide one for you.
Okay, so this brings us back to where we were with this young man getting checked in. But you will notice, or maybe you noticed, hopefully, kind of the upbeat feel of the music, right? The beat was fairly fast. Just kind of it's supposed to make you feel happy, good, whatever, without being overly intrusive, right? There are no lyrics to it, anything like that. But they have chosen something to try and kind of make this a happier video than it might otherwise be, given the seriousness of the content. So that could be something to look at, depending on what type of rhetoric, what genre you've chosen, right? What's going on with the sound or the tone to kind of help set the mood of the piece. That might be something to look at. Definitely for this video, I think that it is. So let's continue on and see what else there is to look at with Pathos.
After a temperature check and answering a few health questions, you'll receive a sticker to wear that shows you've been assessed. Anyone who registers a temperature of 100.4 degrees or above, or who answers yes to any of the health questions, may be asked to leave the campus. Once past the checkpoint, a face covering must be worn in all public areas and classrooms. Masks may be removed outdoors and when you are eating, but social distancing should be observed. Anyone who disregards the mask requirement once inside campus buildings may be asked to leave.
Okay, so did you notice in the scene just before that, it's saying how if you don't have your mask on, you might be asked to leave, right? Because that's the policy, right? If you fail to comply and won't correct the situation, then that will be problematic. However, you saw the security guy, he just casually said something to the person who didn't have their mask on, just kind of reminded them, so again, this is kind of putting the idea in the audience members' minds that these things are going to be enforced, but we're not going to be mean about it, right? Like we're going to keep people safe, but we are nice people here in the way in which we go about doing that. That might be something that you could talk about. You could talk about the different images as far as, how solitary it seems, right? A lot of times the only people that are in the shots we are seeing as we go through the video are the ones who they have asked, right? These are all real people who work at DAC or go to DAC, and they've asked them to be in this video, but those are the only people you see, right? You don't see anyone accidentally walking through the shot. You don't see somebody having to navigate when there might be more people than that in the hallway. Like, yeah, there's plenty of room right here because it's one person walking by the classrooms there in Clock Tower. So how realistic is this, right? That might be something to look at. Or it might be also something to look at. Are we sending the wrong message in trying to keep people safe? Are we sending isolation? Is that the message being sent out?